If I may, Professor Prosecutor Ouchie.
What's
Why do we keep saying Professor?
I know we have
Because
Professor
Professor's
Eugen.
We have Professor Eugen, we have Professor Wilson, we have Dr. Wilson, we have... They start with Pro.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one doing this, actually. I feel validated.
I feel like I'm having a great time. I don't have to voice anyone yet.
Observe the Ouchie growth.
Oh,
Please
don't
never
call it
say that.
Oh my god. I hate it. I hate it. Never say that to me again. I never wish to hear those words.
The Ouchie growth.
Stop saying it. Stop. Do I have something on my face?
Yes, your glasses. Your glasses...
It's your turn, KV. It's your turn.
Hello everybody, KVTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the first case of the second Great Ace Attorney game. We are here to listen to the testimony of Mr. Turtleman and Mr. Author sitting to his right. And strange cameraman who keeps taking pictures of him, but, you know, it is what it is.
That's a problem for later us. Current us is thinking about Turtle Man.
Uh-huh.
Look, no one's died yet. We're all fine.
I don't think you understand how a murder trial works.
No one important's died. How about that?
Actually, yeah, I'll give you that. That's fine.
Okay.
On the day of the incident, I was ordered on a special surveillance assignment in this disguise.
I just managed to catch that crab when I suddenly heard a caterwaul from behind me. Sir, you were catching... what? Okay.
I ran into the beach hut at once, where I found the pair in question.
Yes! 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 That young girl was astride the Englishwoman, dagger in hand as she stabbed wildly. There wasn't there one stab wound?
I saw blood on the blade. It proved to me that she'd stabbed the victim multiple times.
No, she... Wait, what? Did she stab once?
Who wrote this report?
Only a single wound was identified! Wait, what? Hey, wait, what? Sorry.
Someone's lying here.
Wait, what?
The person who wrote the report, obviously.
This paper contained an article about the discussion between my father and Soseki, and the debate became quite spirited.
Hang on a second. Go back to the picture. Oh my
God! Sir!
The most photogenic part of this is the cat.
Yes.
Did he try to invent dabbing or something?
Yeah, I know, right?
Hang on, she has a pen in her hand.
Yes, she do.
Someone check if she wrote Maggie.
I don't see anything here at all, unfortunately. There's no Maggie there.
The glass of wine is covering up the message she wrote, clearly.
Well, I see with the problem at the moment, so,
You don't say. Indeed, it does appear from this testimony that both witnesses here present saw it.
Yeah, well, their eyesight suck.
The very moment of this heinous crime.
Now, if you recall, I promised evidence as well.
Oh, Starscream is back.
What phrase did I use again? Ah, yes, that was it. Damning evidence.
What have you there, Counsel? A so-called fountain pen, is it? Correct, Your Excellency. I found it at the scene whilst examining the body. It appears that in her dying moments, with her final ounce of strength, the victim clutched a piece of evidence that would positively identify her killer.
What? Your Excellency, if you would cast your eyes over the photographic print of the crime scene once more.
Oh, goodness me! Yes, the victim is clearly grasping something quite deliberately there in her hand.
Firmly grasp it.
Not like that. That's right, the fountain pen. And if you would kindly examine the pen, Your Excellency.
Ah! The owner's initials have been engraved into the ebonite barrel. R.M. Raymond Bonney.
That.
The initials of the defendant.
No!
Rubble, 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 rubble?
Oh, the initials of the defendant. Oh. This fountain pen will be admitted immediately as critical evidence.
Fountain pen! The pen that the victim was found grasping in her hand. It carries the initials R and M.
Hey, go to the court record again.
Yes! I finally saw the Barbie movie and I'm happy. What are we looking for? Well, no, we
go
were.
to people.
We established that we were going to do Barbie voice for that. So, what are we looking for?
No, and I'm happy. What are the initials of what's her face? Frieza?
Frieza?
No.
Her?
Yeah, that one.
JB?
Brat. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure there's no one here with RM.
I'm more just like, wait, why would it be RM and not MR?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway.
That's a really good point.
So, have I omitted anything? Decisive testimony and damning evidence. There's a bright blue sky outside the courthouse today. Perfect weather to ascribe guilt, I feel.
I don't understand. The prosecutor ouchie of 9 months ago had none of this man's poise.
Also for the defense, you may begin your cross-examination now. Naruhodo-san! Wake up! It's past noon! Get your life together.
Actually, I think Naruhodo. That means... Oh, yes, me.
Is there another Naruhodo in my courtroom?
Maybe.
Seriously, where are
Maybe.
you hiding?
Actually, there isn't even a single Naruhodo in your courtroom.
Cousin Ryutaro, pull yourself together, please.
Alright, I've seen this countless times as a judicial assistant. Find inconsistencies in the witnesses' testimonies to prove that they're lying somehow. That's all there is to it. That's how a real lawyer would handle a cross-examination. So let's see what I can do.
You can do it, cousin Naruhodo. I don't think we need to press anything. I think we actually just need to present something.
You know, it's like, yep, we watched her get stabbed multiple times, all of us, every single one.
We don't need to press this, but I want to understand Crab. I just want to know what's going on there.
Ah, you're describing the victim's scream, presumably. Soseki-san?
Oh, don't talk about the scream, talk about the crab! In more literary terms, you might say it was a scream that could have pierced the heavens! What is this? Gurren Lagann? Kya! Or the like. Of course, that's just a metaphor. We renowned authors are wont to describing things so.
That's called lying.
Soseki-san wasn't like this odd in England.
Anyway, I spun around at the noise and the beach hut immediately fell under my gaze.
Yes, the beach hut.
The area is popular with government ministers. Many have seaside retreats there for rest and recuperation. Locals are prohibited from entering the area, so it's always very quiet. The beach hut is a simple structure, erected as a place for people to change or take refuge from the sun.
It's also where you'll meet Oshawott.
What? Although the English
what?
woman commandeered the hut for herself, I don't. Are you talking about like because we show up on a beach in Legends Arceus or something?
Yes.
Okay. I was just like, wait, what? Why is Oshawa in the hut?
Do you
He
know
wasn't in the
how?
hut. He's just on the beach.
I know he was on the
Do you
beach. He
know how
wasn't in the
many
hut.
games start with you washing up on a beach?
Yes, but this is specifically a beach that is in Japan that is at a past time.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Okay. All right, I'll give you that. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, KV.
Which meant that I was forced to change into my swimwear on the sand. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I imagine that was rather embarrassing for you.
Well, anyway, I tossed the crab aside and headed for the beach hut on a run.
You what?
Or, in a more literary terms, I decrabbed and beat off hutwise. Oh, so Seki. I think the fame's getting to him. She stabbed while... Oh, no, I think it's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sir, we gotta talk here. We're gonna present this first.
Do you even, like, go... You're the police, did you not? Oh. So you may be wondering how I got into this mess.
Of that accusatory cry that just welled up deep inside me, I think I finally understand. Every time Kazuma-sama Naruhodo-san has stood here on this bench, the stakes have been very, very high indeed.
What's the meaning of that menacing pose, Counsel?
I'd like the witness to clarify something for me.
I like this track. Who? What? Where? When? How?
Well, first, I wasn't talking to you. Not you, Soseki-san. This query is directed at Inspector Hosonaga.
Me?
In your statement just now, you said that the victim was stabbed multiple times.
Yes, that's right. As I said when I entered the hut, the defendant was already standing over the victim, bloody knife in hand, like a murderer's demon.
Wait, I thought that's what Soseki said. Okay.
And yet, that cannot be.
What?
Get to the point, please, counsel.
Does no one read? In the post-mortem report, it clearly states that the victim was stabbed one time only. In other words, Inspector...
I think somebody might need to get the hospital. The person next
I'm
to me
fine now.
is slowly dying.
I'm fine now. Thank you for your patience.
Yes. In other words, Inspector Hosanaga's testimony is clearly flawed.
Yeah.
And so, Seki-san,
Me?
you claim to have seen Membami-san in the throes of stabbing the victim.
I love her ejection theme too. Yes, I did. Wildly.
But both you and the inspector confirm the same point. That there was already blood on the knife that you saw the defendant holding.
Yes. And?
It's quite simple. We know the murder weapon was used to stab the victim only once. Therefore, there was no way it could have been blood on the knife if that single stabbing hadn't already occurred.
Ah, true.
And what exactly is your contention, counsel? Are you ever going to tell us?
Yes, Your Excellency. There's only one logical conclusion. What Saseki-san in fact saw was not the moment that the defendant stabbed the victim at all, but the moment the defendant in fact withdrew the blade from the victim's body.
That can't be. Why does he have the same animation as Gregson when he freaks out?
Excellent work, Susato.
Don't call
You
me that right now.
You exploded at them with that objection, and then proceeded to pull them apart systematically. And then there's this guy.
Well, this takes me back. Yes, I seem to remember your cousin staged a scene much like this in that trial 9 months ago.
What, you mean they did their job? How dare they do their job?
I know, right? Who does their job in a courtroom?
Yeah, that couldn't be me.
Well, to be that YouTube actually guy, he was technically doing the job of the actual lawyer.
Actually, you're not even a real lawyer. Shut up.
Are you talking about Adam Conover? What are you, who are you talking about, Archie? What kind of YouTube videos are you watching? Also, what's YouTube?
A dark, terrible place. A half-witted child with a half-baked objection attempting to steal the show.
You're right. There were certain similarities. Except that so-called half-witted child managed to outwit the prosecution, who has only half a head of hair.
Ooh!
Slander! My head is quite adequately dressed. In any case, all this talk of stabbing and withdrawing and multiple wounds, it makes not a jot of difference.
I'm pretty sure it does.
What? Why not?
Engage your brain, young man.
You know, that's big talk from someone whose hair could be described as public indecency, but go on.
Do not mock the ouchie growth.
Oh, God. Let's not bring that.
I hate that you remembered the name of it, actually. I hate that.
It's been 2 weeks, guys.
I hate that so much. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I tried to recover. When the accused were...
The guys are falling apart. Send help. Take
The ouchie growth has killed this voice call.
No, I am not going to let it end like that one other time.
Do not let the ouchie growth beat you, Final.
What? The other time? What other time?
Long and hard.
Oh my god, I'm trying to drink water! Stop!
I didn't even say it in a creepy voice or anything.
It doesn't matter! Oh my god, we're not getting anything done. Okay, come on! No more!
Yes, I'm going to rush it. I'm going to rush it, Megatron. Anyway, when the accused first plunged the deadly weapon into the victim, that was the fatal blow.
Oh my god, we need to get out of this case, like, fast.
And it was that moment, just as she withdrawn the blade ready for her next stride, that the witnesses saw. The knife was already tainted with blood because the accused had already stabbed the victim.
Were you there?
I mean, in all fairness, to play devil's advocate here, neither of them were there. Both of these outcomes are just as likely.
Yeah.
Which means that... ouchie, like, you're not... This isn't a gotcha moment, but go off, I guess.
Thank you, Galvatron. All you have successfully shown with your little display is that the mustached author is prone to moments of extravagance. As are you.
Rubble, rubble, rubble?
I'm in agreement with the prosecution. If the defendant was seen wielding the blade at all, that is sufficient grounds for her actions to be viewed with suspicion.
But if she was withdrawing the blade...
Then we are back where we started.
Sorry?
Consider this, young yokel boy. If the student girl is innocent, as you claim, then why would she have pulled the blade from the victim? And with a demon's cold-blooded composure, too. The prosecution demands an explanation, and it had better be good.
Why did Ray pull out the knife?
Ah, yes. Going for the jugular.
Okay.
What does father mean by that?
Okay, Eugene.
I don't think that's what she was aiming.
Well, yes, the jugular is historically not on your back. but sure. All right, okay. So let the court hear your answer then, counsel.
The truth is, I don't really know. But I have to come with some plausible reason here, or we don't have a case. The reason why the defendant pulled the knife blade out of the victim's body was so she could surely...
Well, the obvious answer is to save her life, because none of these other things is gonna help her, so... What?
Stab? Oh wait, there's actual risks.
There's actual risks. Yes, we cannot.
What do you mean? I just saved the game! You want to see what happens?
Save it again.
I was gonna say, like, I could just... I'm like, what are you talking about? I could just, like, load it back up again.
Save it again, then stab her again!
Alright, your funeral.
It's the only one that makes sense.
Watch this as, like, it was lying. It's like, no, this is automatic game over, you idiot.
Well, this is the only one possible answer, but... Could it have been so that she could stab the victim again?
Pardon?
Josh is like, wait, what the heck?
Isn't there a saying, if someone slaps you on the right cheek, you turn him the left also?
What?
Hey, defense? What the hell? Ryutaro, what are you saying? Or rather, what are you doing? Do you realize what a hole you're digging?
It must be the pleasure of being here. I'm starting to say things I don't mean.
Ah, yes, the power of being the player.
No thoughts, head empty.
Yeah.
Stab her again.
Alright,
You
anyway.
realize the hole you're digging here?
Yes, into her flesh.
Keep digging.
According to the post-mortem report, the victim's death was not instant.
That's correct. It's thought she would have remained conscious for a short while after sustaining the injury.
Wait a minute, I thought you didn't read the post-mortem report because otherwise you know there's only one stab wound. What?
They have short-term memory.
Indeed, giving her the time to take hold of this piece of evidence that clearly indicates her killer.
The point is, being a medical research assistant, Membami-san was compelled to act when faced with the wounded victim. Instinctively, she pulled the blade out in an attempt to save Miss Brett's life.
Did you hear that, Your Excellency? It would seem that this is the best we can expect of this young yokel.
Indeed.
Is it just me, or do I suddenly feel much colder in here?
Your Excellency, if I may?
Speak, witness.
I would like another opportunity to testify.
Is Saseki okay?
No. He's stressed.
He's thinking about how he's going to turn all this into his next novel.
There's probably that, or he's worrying about the cats he left at home.
Yeah, you know what? That's valid, actually. In respect to the slipshot assertion just put forward by the Yokel Defense Council, I mean.
Slipshot?
Tush. Excellent idea, Inspector. Our young yokel hopeful has a modicum of knowledge when it comes to the law, it seems. But in matters of medicine, he appears to possess not one iota of common sense.
Very well, Inspector. I will permit your request. You will testify again before the court on the subject of the defense counsel's assertion.
Yes, sir. I will do so flawlessly.
Who the hell nursed my book between this game and the last game?
Forensic medicine primer.
Pulling a blade from a wound without thinking could cause heavy bleeding. That's basic knowledge that any medical research assistant with an ounce of strength ought to know. With an ounce of sense ought to know.
Strength.
In other words, there's no good reason why the defendant would have tried to pull the knife from the victim. Less than. Anyway, let's not forget that the young student did have a motive for killing the victim.
Excuse me, Mr. Turtleman, if you must cough, would you cough the other direction? Thank you.
Ah, well, I see what you're saying, Soseki-san. But no. The man the victim murdered 9 months ago, Dr. Wilson, was the defendant's highly respected mentor.
What you just said true, Inspector?
Well, I testified to it, so I hope so.
Okay, well, you know you know what that means, right? You're gonna be cross-examined. So, could pulling a knife from a wound really cause the wound to bleed heavily?
Yes. Think of the weapon itself as a stopper in the wound that prevents excessive blood loss. Until a doctor is ready to provide proper treatment, that stopper shouldn't be removed.
Oh, I see.
Why yokels should stay on the farm.
Where's
Even a
yours?
What?
Where's yours? You're fine. Where's your farm?
Even a quack from some obscure mountain village would have such basic knowledge.
You know what I just realized?
Hmm?
Ouchie is egg-colored.
Okay.
Like, we were talking about barns, and I'm sitting here like, wait a second, why does Ouchie have the same color scheme as an egg?
I'm going to ignore that. Who's ever given us someone with a little poke with a knife and pulled it out again knows it.
You can ignore it all you want, you can't escape from the truth, Ouchie! You are an egg! An egg man, if you will.
Let's not go that
I'm
far
not
because
doing an Eggman voice.
I'm going to worry about the moon.
So, well, I've never stabbed anyone, you see, or pulled a blade out of a wound, so...
Of course you haven't. They didn't bring you up. They didn't bring you up to behave like a bandit.
It's true. What they're telling me.
I love the dialogue in this case. What the heck?
Mikotomo over here is like, yeah, because I raced my son. Right.
Wait, I can't be your son if I'm supposed to be a cousin. I'm not a Hodo.
Don't worry about it. Yes, it's basic remedial knowledge for medics. Ray would have been well aware of it. If she were to claim ignorance of such fundamentals, that would prove fatal in many ways.
But then, why would Ray have done it? Could she have pulled that knife out in full knowledge that it would be fatal to Miss Brett?
I don't know.
Ray never once mentioned anything about the knife to me. It seems almost impossible to believe, but... could my friend actually have...
No.
Susato,
Yes!
pull yourself together. We mustn't lose sight of why we're here.
Why are we here again?
Oh my god. Counsel, it's time for your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Excellency.
However, I must warn you that if your cross-examination fails to identify any issues with the established facts, I will be moving to my education immediately afterwards.
Or no pressure. It's fine.
I understand. believing in your clients and fighting for the cause until the bitter end. I knew it would be hard, but I had no idea it would be this hard.
Welcome to the courtroom.
I mean, fairness.
I love this cut-in.
This judge isn't an idiot.
Yeah, actual not idiot judge.
It's kind of wild how competent this judge actually is. Oh god, hang on.
There's
I need some water. My throat is now permanently in judge voice.
You're so confident now it's Lewis's voice. I think this moves on without us having to do anything, but I will see as soon as we get to the end.
This moves on without us having to do anything. Game. You gotta find something.
I just want to see.
Hopeless. I can't find a single crack in this testimony anywhere.
Oh, well, I think there are two routes you can go.
That means you press.
If Ray knew that withdrawing the knife from the wound would threaten the spirit's life further, I just can't think of any way to explain why she did it.
Sato, it's at times like these when it's especially important to remember the fundamentals.
The fundamentals?
Evidence is what counts in the courtroom, isn't it?
Of course, but I've been to the court like dozens of times already.
I think perhaps you're forgetting something, though. You needn't take the evidence at face value. You can and must examine it in greater detail, too.
Wait, was that gameplay mechanic locked until you told me about it right now?
I think so.
There's a possibility that that's correct, yes.
Well, damn.
I realize this is your first time playing the role of lawyer in the courtroom.
I realize it's the first time playing.
Yeah, the first time playing an Ace Attorney game, you decided to go play the second game instead of the first one.
I know this is your first time playing the role of lawyer. So if you need reminding of the rudiments, you need only ask. I'll do my very best to help.
Examine the evidence in the court record. It's an idea, certainly. What should I do?
We are not going through the tutorial.
No, well, I was prepared to give you a tutorial, but okay.
Come to think of it.
What? Are you alright, KV?
KV is dead!
KV?
KV is dead!
Uh-oh. Did his internet decide to crash? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, okay, at least I seem to be correct. I think you could either press or just go through the whole statement, because it unlocks the next tutorial portion. But I think KV's dead.
KV, you back? You back?
Come to think of it, it sure would be rude if Discord decided to completely crash on me in the middle of saying a line.
KV has miraculously come back to life.
No, I don't know. My Discord's been doing that a lot lately, where it's just like, I'm gonna crash right now, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes!
Wazuma-sama and Naruhodo-sama are already studying evidence over and over in their hands. Yes, I need to examine things in greater detail with...
The space bar.
Space.
By the look in your eyes, I see it's coming back to you. Go through the court record again and have a thorough look at everything. You may just find a clue.
Of course it's coming back to me. I'll do it straight away. I had to tell Naruhodo how many times to do this because he kept forgetting.
We're not
And
presenting.
yet here you are.
We are going to examine this boy. Hey, did you know newspapers have a backside? Which we
What's
will...
a newspaper?
You know what? We're gonna stop the video here because we're out of time. We're gonna discuss what a newspaper is off screen, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!
Sherlock Holmes. Wait, no, that's wrong.